Hey everybody, welcome to Fashion Friday. I really appreciate you guys for being patient with me last week as I was getting over the funk, as I call it. Tobin got off the road and brought back something from the bus, and I was sick for like a week, and I'm never sick, so it was really annoying. I'm super excited for this week because we're going to be going to LA. By the time I post this, we'll be going to LA the next day. I'm so excited. We did every other spot on our wedding tour, and we finally get to go see the LA family and to kind of catch up and see everybody, and I get to do some work. So I'm meeting with my managers, my agents, my management company, and I'm going to be shopping for my clients, and I'm so stoked. So if you want to get an appointment, it's too late. Sorry about your luck. I'll be back on Tuesday. So I want to talk to you today about something that I'm super passionate about. I talk about it in my new book, which will be available to pre-order in about 2 weeks. It's about cultivating your personal style to heal yourself with body image problems, but it's also to help you with a few other things. You might not realize it because my personality online, it's similar to my real personality in real life, but I also feel a lot more comfortable talking to a camera and to you guys this way. I used to have like crippling social anxiety. It was really bad. It was really bad in high school. It was pretty bad up until about 22, 23, and I finally have kind of come out of that shell. It still pops up occasionally, but I am an introvert at my heart. In my heart of hearts, I love being alone. I love just kind of having that solitude. I really thrive in environments like that, which is probably why I do well working for myself. But there are those times where you have to go out, you have to network, you have to go to these parties, you have to see other people, you have to leave your house eventually. If you don't have human contact, you'll eventually die, I guess. I haven't died yet, so we'll see. But I want to kind of give you a little bit of, my nose itches so bad. I'm trying not to sneeze on camera, you guys. I'm so sorry. I want to give you guys a little bit of a trick on how to find your tribe. So when you dress in a way that is reflective of who you are on the inside, it's going to show on the outside. You're going to carry yourself more confidently, but you're also going to be able to attract other people who are like-minded to you. I tried this trick in high school. I wore like band shirts all the time of bands I really liked, but the boys who liked the same music I did were like interested in cheerleaders and like hot girls, and I was not hot in high school. So that did not work in my favor, but I did meet some really great friends that way. And I ended up making my two best friends in high school because of a Beatles shirt that I wore one day. But this has really helped me in everyday life. When I'm out, when I'm meeting people, and if I see a woman that's wearing something that I think is really cool, and that reflects, oh my God, I'm trying not to sneeze right now, you guys. I'm so sorry. If I do sneeze, I will cut it. I'm still a little sniffly. But if I see someone who is wearing something that I really like, then I'll be more apt to go over than talk to them and talk about their clothes. Those are what I call conversation pieces. We had a whole video on conversation pieces. I use that trick a lot for my artists when they're not comfortable in an interview scenario. I give them something to talk about, something of interest that will lead into something that relates to the artist's record or where they're going with their career, whatever. So in my case, I started dressing in the way I really wanted to dress. I started dressing in that kind of 1970s, her Catwalk, the Australian fashion blog, called my style rockstar wife chic, excuse me. So it actually worked in my favor because I actually met my husband in a way where we both saw a lot of ourselves in the other one, where we both had the same interest in clothes and the same interest in music, because usually if you dress like this, you at least know that Fleetwood Mac is not Stevie Nicks' band. It's Peter Green's. If you don't know that and you dress like this, it's false advertising. No, I'm just kidding. But there are, like, I know people that, like, for instance, the pinup community, if, like, that's what you really like and that's what you're into, and you dress that way, you're gonna meet people who are like-minded. And most of my girlfriends now dress like me in some way, shape, or form. I met my best friend at a Beatles festival, so we were already kind of like in the same world, but she had a really cool shirt on and I liked what she had on and I talked to her and now we're friends. But when you leave your house, think about the kind of people that you want to be friends with in real life, and then kind of dress yourself in a way that feels authentic to yourself, but also will bring those people in. So if you're wearing sweatpants and, you know, you just look kind of like a slob and then you wonder why, like, no one ever talks to you, that might be it. You might be putting off a vibe like, hey, I don't want people to come talk to me. But I want to give you a few tips on how to make conversation in public with someone that you might be too afraid to talk to. So I wore this is my new Muppet jacket, you guys. I post it on Instagram a lot, but I'm obsessed with it. This is my new Muppet jacket from Pretty Attitude. They don't call it the Muppet jacket. I forgot what they call it, but I call it the Muppet jacket. So I wore my new Muppet jacket out the other night to go see a movie with my husband. I went to the bathroom and a bunch of girls complimented me on it. I wore this. I ended up not making friends with them, but I ended up wearing it to a meeting as well, and I ended up like getting a business contact because I wore this Muppet jacket, and someone really liked it and then asked me what I did, and I said I'm a stylist. Oh, I work in the music industry too. Can I have your card? Blah, blah, blah. So think about that too. If you work in a creative industry, someone is going to expect you to dress in a creative manner. My really good friend Stephanie, she's a florist, or she's not a florist, she works in the floral industry. She wears a tutu on a regular basis, but it's kind of expected when you work in a creative industry. If you work in an office environment and you are slightly creative and you want to, everyone's creative. Let me take that back. I believe everybody's creative, they just don't know it yet. But if you want to express more of your creative side to attract like-minded people, then you can inject your personal style with like a cool cocktail ring or like maybe a vintage brooch or something. But these are nods to who you are as a person. We used to do this back years ago when we had tribes of people. We would dress alike as our tribe so we would know who was who. People do that now to an extent, but I don't think people realize they're doing it on a regular basis. I found my tribe. I'm going to be hanging out with them this weekend. I found my husband that way just by like projecting who I was and what I wear. So the next time you're wondering like, why haven't I gotten hit on in a while? Like, why don't I have any really good friends? What is this? Like, why am I not making friends as an adult is the hardest thing ever because it's like dating, only it never ends. So just think about that before you leave the house. Like, what am I projecting on to other people? Like, what am I saying about myself when I leave the house? Am I saying that like am I open to meeting people? Am I am I putting out a vibe like I don't care, so they're not gonna care? You'll never know who you're gonna meet. It might just be a nice woman in the bathroom who likes your Muppet code, but it also might be a business contact. So make sure that when you leave the house, you are presenting yourself in a way that makes other people feel like they can walk up and talk to you and say, hey, I like this, I like that. If my husband didn't dress the way he dressed, I mean, I still think he's cute, but I probably wouldn't have even talked to him in the first place because he dressed that way, I dressed this way, and I thought, oh, I could totally be friends with this guy. We're definitely on the same page. Think about that when you leave the house, and if you don't feel like you're at the level that you want to be at to dress the way you want to dress, fake it till you make it. So, like, if you want to be a businesswoman and you want to be put together, but maybe you're a server, get a blazer. Start acting and dressing like you are a businesswoman. Dress like a CEO. Dress like the job that you want. Right now, I have the job I want. I want to tell people how to live their lives through their clothes while wearing Muppets. That's what my outfit says about me. I have attracted other fellow girl bosses into my life because of this. I'm going to be hanging out with some of them in a couple days and I'm so excited. So long story short, think about who you want to be. Think about who you want to hang out with. Dress accordingly when you leave the house. So I will see you guys next week. Be on the lookout for stuff from my LA trip. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I will see you guys next week and be on the lookout for a podcast episode on Tuesday that I'm also super excited about. I love you guys. I will see you next week. Bye.